Yeah. Yeah. Oh, looks like they're going. Just a little bit of a stream delay. We'll get that fixed in a second.
All right, in this first intro level, we're gonna see both runners go for the corners of blocks, trying to get corner boosts to push them ahead a couple pixels optimally. And then a super jump over the piranha plant, which masterkratos did successfully. EiP is gonna be doing it right here, and also gets it successfully.
Yeah. And I'm expecting to see
these up here.
Yeah. It looks like it's exactly a
Kratos
6.5
is ahead
seconds.
by 6.5. All right.
Yeah.
Let's pause Kratos for 6.5.
Yeah. There it goes.
Cool. Sweet.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. Right in
that mathematics. All right, tree one. Nothing much here other than don't get killed by frogs or porcupines or dragonflies, whatever they are. Look like dragonflies, but anyway, corner boosts and get kills because both runners are going to be going for 99 kills in the castle, so they can get the 100th kill in the castle and storm through the mini bosses.
I expect both of these runners to put everything on the line. I only see Kratos doing one thing safe consistently, and that's the tree 4 fire grab. I think everything else, both of these runners are going to go for all of the normal strats they would in a PB run. So
yeah, Kratos is
really intense.
I know Kratos is feeling very confident. And EiP is just a very consistent runner, so and I'm sure he's feeling pretty good about it too. So I think Kratos' confidence and EiP's consistency, I think, will kind of even out to a match where it could come down to one big moment that's not even that big of a moment. Maybe like a 5-second mistake could make the difference.
It's so funny because even their jumps in the area where that could change in the middle room of tree 2, they're doing it exactly the same. It's almost like, it's one controller controlling 2 screens.
Even their cowfish shafts were the same. And there's variable lag in that area.
Oh wow, look at this. I've never seen a closer all the way from intro all the way up to now.
It's like Kratos is just barely ahead. But map movement might have map movement evened it out. Kratos was ahead by a few frames, but the map movement on the map. And it looks like EiP takes the lead with a quicker
jump.
Yeah, the only difference was EiP did continue. One thing that we haven't really talked about in this whole tournament is that if you hold A, when you're already like in the air, like with you'll jump on the first frame you land with the carrot. You can only basically buffering jumps continuously, and you can do that with swims as well to a certain extent. But Kratos didn't opt for that strat, but EiP did, and it actually ended up saving EiP a little bit of time. But yeah, you saw both runners go for lag reduction. They did a super jump to basically make one of the longer levels, not longer, but trickier levels, done pretty quickly.
Ooh.
And there it is. EiP goes for the RTA strat. EiP goes for the risky RTA strat, and it takes a death. That is a huge lead for Kratos.
Yeah,
Plays the power-up grab safely.
Yeah, I don't know if EiP knows the small Mario strats, so we'll see how hard he goes. Meanwhile, Kratos finishing off Bert like he's no big deal. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's awfully familiar with small Mario.
He's doing the super jump.
He's going for it, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. He's going to get the bell here and then probably just go ahead. He won't need to...
And jump from here. Oh, no, he's going to wait.
You see, the thing is, you can spin jump that block, so I'm surprised a lot of runners don't do a moving spin jump to pick that up.
He's going to play it safe from here, though.
And he's going to forfeit a few seconds.
Yeah.
But that's going to prevent him
from
dying
again.
It's worth it
instead of dying, yeah. Same page.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to switch
damage,
the audio here.
Yeah, that's good. That's a clear...
Oh no! He went for too low of a kill.
Cue the Benny Hill music.
I don't know if he's ever gone.
There it is. Okay, I couldn't
I
keep
was gonna
going.
say, I was
don't know
like,
the whole song.
Adam, you're killing me here. There's no room for commentary when you're singing.
I'll let you. I'll forfeit the next 35 seconds or something. See, this is all you.
So, Kratos playing Space 1, staying on the ground as much as possible to expedite speed. It is a little bit faster to be on the ground. All of his jumps are clean. This is the most important jump. He gets it, keeps his mushroom, his fire flower, so he can save a little bit more time walking through the spikes. Ooh. Okay, you can talk again, Adam.
All right, just catching my breath here. I'm trying to remember if from Kratos' interview or I know EiP didn't interview. I think EiP. I think neither of them watched the race. So Kratos, I think Kratos has no idea how big of a lead he has. And EiP probably has no idea that Kratos is on a pretty darn good pace right now. So, but with that being said, what song is this in Space Zone 2 on Kratos' side?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't it like some kind of star song?
It's... Oh, I missed the verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a star
we
song.
timed that awfully. It's coming up soon. I'll vamp for a second. Okay, I'm done vamping.
It's the star song. Controller head star song. It's the star song. The big race star song.
EiP wasn't prepared for a couple of these jumps after losing power-ups, so he had to play that very differently than what he's used to. Losing a lot of time to that lag.
Yeah, the one thing about this game is if you end up without a power-up somewhere, it's really important to know where the backup power-ups are, because there is a mushroom and a fire flower that were along the way that may have made that section a little bit safer. Even to the point where you could almost do the normal strat where you jump off the spike. Basically, whatever gets you there, but being small there is very risky because not only do you get these big pillars you have to slowly get over, but you got pigs shooting big cannonballs on both sides, and those can easily take you out because the way the game works is if you're not falling onto a thing that can hurt you or that you can stomp, if you're not falling, if you're trying to go over something and it hits you coming up, you'll like almost always get hit, and that will kill you.
Kratos about to head into one of the most difficult bosses to do quickly, Tatanga. Wait, he's gonna go for 4 shots of the fireball and then 1 stop. We call that the 1 cycle.
Uh-oh.
It looks like he got 2 shots off, so he's gonna do the 2 cycle with a little bit of a stun.
Yeah, usually he goes for the 2 cycle, but that time the second shot passed through, so I wasn't sure because he shot the first 2 shots too quickly. Just the way that the hitboxes work, and Tatanga can only be harmed in a specific part of his vertical oscillation, so it gets tricky to get even 2 shots in at times. And you want to, because if you take damage too many times, obviously you'll die. I mean, Kratos was small, and you can time your stomps to where you let go and you hit him before he can hit you, but I mean, if you're not careful, taking a death on Tatanga is something that you can totally see happen.
Now, I've seen Kratos do the, yeah, he's gonna go for the carrot. Down there, you lose like 3 to 4 seconds getting the safety mushroom, as we like to call it, but he's gonna go for the 1 cycle carrot grab up here. Oh, and he misses it. I don't think he can get back down in time. Nope. Oh, he does it! He flies underneath! Very
He knows
impressive.
the backup. That's a really hard, tricky backup to do. Really well done, and he takes damage because he has to in order to spin jump and grab that power up, because you can't spin jump with a carrot.
Yeah, that was really smooth. I thought he was too late to be able to make it, but he pushed for it and got it. We got
nice
a
one
one
cycle from
cycle.
EiP.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 shots and a stomp. He did get a couple extra oscillations where he could have gotten a stomp, but he still is gonna make up some time in Macro Zone 1 over Kratos with that, having his power up and getting a quicker fight on that level as well. But he's gonna need a little bit more than that going forward, which, you know, there is enough out there, but the little things do add up.
It looks like Kratos is about 5 seconds behind his PB, which puts him at 26:44 pace right now.
So the thing about this auto-scroller is, I mean, it's not too difficult. I mean, there's really nothing difficult about it other than in the... Oh, Helmy Love from Kratos.
Homie love.
Just the threat of dying because it's an auto-scroller, and if you fall, it's easy to fall because your jumps are basically... Unless you have a consistent way of getting through the level, there's a good chance of falling. Everybody's done it. Basically, that's all I'm getting at. Kratos, I think he's done it more than anybody.
Kratos is number one on the list.
Yeah, that's in his own words, so I'm not really making fun of him or anything. He would tell you the same thing.
Oh, he's stalling the slide.
That was cool looking. I dig it. Ooh.
This is one of those
clean
levels where you can find your
stage.
personality. Yeah.
For EiP on the left there, good 2-break. Not the breaking and entering, but he got a good normal strat there. 331 will do the job.
He went for the super jump, which is a little Kratos did, which is a little swag that I started doing, but he didn't hold down to spin jump off the block, so I thought that was kind of funny.
I didn't know that. There's this thing you could do there. Yeah, I saw what you mean.
Yeah, I'll point it out on EiP's screen. But Kratos having one of the most beautiful macro fours. He did a little bonk on the pipe, but he's gonna be what, a 349? 350.
Still a 350 because of decent kill on the rat. The way that works is you can only have 2 fireballs on the screen at once, so you want to get those first 2 in without missing, so you can get closer to him, and as you get closer, you can get the next 4 shots in pretty quickly because they despawn as soon as they hit the rat. And that gets a quick 6 in, and that's all she wrote for that boss.
EiP's been running the game a while, right? He might actually do the old strat instead of bouncing on these 2 people in Macro 4, but shooting them with fireballs. So we'll see how he does it. Nope, he's gonna jump. But yeah, that's the super
standard
jump there.
strat. Yeah. Just a little bit different. I think I do like a late full jump because I try to like minimize. If I can do a full jump, it's like the most consistent thing. I just pick a visual cue and do a full jump, but
it looks like Kratos got at least 3 of those corner boosts right there. Very smooth pumpkin 1. Couldn't ask for anything better, really. Stairs perfect. Let's see if he gets the one fire. Yeah, perfect fireball placement.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That was a little bit late on the fireball, but it's still, I think because he shot it lower, it did the job. Also another good level from EiP on the left there. Same Macro 4, but I think his pipe entry was a little bit better at the end. So ideally you want to like land before the pipe when you enter.
I think EiP is slowly creeping, but he's got a lot of creeping to do to get up next to Kratos. It's going to take Kratos doing a some type of big mistake, like losing a power-up that's important, or even a death for it to get a little bit closer here.
A bonk on the pipe ain't gonna do it, but he's about 1:10 ahead on, as of right now. I mean, ooh, EiP takes the power-up damage. He doesn't, yeah, if you're not careful about your jumps there, you can run off and get caught on that spike ball. You want to brush up against the wall for that very reason.
We'll see if how he's gonna make up his kills, because this is where you get your kills build up, is this level and the one that Kratos just finished, Pumpkin 2. Oof. Taking
That's okay,
damage.
as long
I
as
don't
he
know
stays
if
big.
Yeah. I actually just made a backup route in Pumpkin 2 to make up all your kills if you go in small. But let's see how he does it. He's gonna lose these 2 because he doesn't have the fire flower.
Yeah, ideally there's not only is it faster to have fire flower because you got fish coming up you're gonna have to wait for, but like like you said, having that kill count saves a good second and a half and makes the castle much easier. And being at 65 here and
Yeah.
taking damage again, picking up the kills might cost him more time than it would save and put
Yeah.
him in more danger.
Kratos still playing super cleanly on his side.
Yeah, this is one of the. I mean, he's very confident. I figured he wouldn't make too many big mistakes. He would stick to what he does, and basically that's what he told me in the last time I asked him. Basically, how he was feeling about the race. He sticking to his, pretty much his route, and he is a very consistent runner. In races, he tends to have the best average time, or around the best.
Yeah. Current kill count at 69. That's going to be a little bit low going into Turtle Zone, but he does have an ability to make it up in Mario. Well, an opportunity to do it in Mario Zone, but it does waste time, so he might just forego it completely, like Adam was saying.
Yeah, he's only going to have like one extra thing he can kill in Pumpkin Zone. He's going to have to make up a good 6 or 7 in Mario
Left,
Zone.
Right.
At least. And I don't know if there's enough.
Perfect RNG.
425. Not only perfect
Kratos.
RNG, but perfect execution as well.
Yeah.
Getting a 425 there is extremely hard to do, and it's you got to get lucky and execute it well.
Yeah.
Let's see what the switch
no
time
box.
is. 1624. That's hecka good. I mean, that's PB pace for him, I think. I mean, he can PB with it, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, world record 1609, so he's not far away.
That's the best ever. I think my PB has a 1612 or 1611. So yeah, he's only like 13 seconds behind what I would call a 1x pace, which would put him on potential for 2x and definitely potential for a PB by a good couple of seconds, couple of 3.
EiP playing just as cleanly as Kratos was in this level, and Kratos just flying over Turtle 1.
You can see why it's so important not to take damage during the witch fight, which is where EiP is, because you use the carrot that you get from the previous zone to fly over this swimming level. Basically, skipping a water level is about the fastest thing you can do.
He's hovering a little low, which scares me, but he knows what he's doing.
Perfect fight.
Yeah. 2 perfect pumpkin forests. Looks like Kratos getting decent swims.
I think he had slow swim, but there's a thing where you can get fast if you run off a ledge to the right. For some reason, the game always gives you a fast swim if you run off a ledge to the right. If you swim left, there's only one swim speed, and it's pretty much like fast swim. So swimming left is never an issue, but swimming to the right, it's important to like figure out what swim speed you have and try to correct it if it's a bad one.
These stairs can be scary, but Kratos plays it as like he always says. That's another strat that he doesn't go for the the world record
super jump.
Meta. Yeah, the super jump there.
Well, as I told him, I said if you can do it consistently, it's not gonna. I mean, you can get a 2x with that. You're not gonna lose the run to that strat. I mean, you could technically get a 1x with that strat. So the run is extremely good, but I mean, for what he's going for and what he feels comfortable with, it does the job. I mean, especially in a race scenario. I mean, I would consider it if I didn't feel comfortable about, the power-up situation regardless. So he's still going to come up with a high 490 something, which is plenty good enough with the lead he has. I mean, it looks like it's close because they're in the same stage, but this stage is like a minute and a half almost. So, yeah.
Yeah, you really can't shake a stick at a 499 Turtle 2. This Turtle 3 is one of the most execution-heavy stages where it can really set you back if you don't get a couple of these key moments. Kratos only losing a little bit of time.
Not bad.
Yeah.
No major mistakes. He's keeping his. You gotta have Fire Flower here for good. Otherwise, the boss is much slower. It's not a huge deal in a race when you have this kind of a lead. And nothing in this other than dying or small or something like that. There's no major setbacks, and his kill count is perfect. I mean, it's actually a little high if you ask me, but I mean, it'll do the job.
Ooh, nice.
And yeah, as Jonas pointed out in the chat, if you looked on your left, you saw on the left, Ape went for the faster stairs, the Koopa stairs, which is something that's extremely hard to do, but it does pay off. I mean, you're gonna see a decent 2 time coming up from Ape, solid 500, which is would have been a little better. I think he had some slow swims.
Let's see if Kratos gets the super. Oh, it doesn't even go for it. He does not go for it in his PB attempts either. This is how he always plays it and gets a low 89.
I don't know how whatever works for him. Here's the thing. He got
nasty
from yeah.
Oh, perfect nasty by Ape. Oof.
That's an IL strat.
That's
Record doesn't even do that.
Round of applause moment right there.
He's making up some time there with that. And if he does the super jumps, he can make up more. I know what I was gonna say is the Kratos entered the pipe at 388, and you can miss a super jump and still get in there at 389. Let alone I've got in there at 390. A 350 is perfectly fine. So if he can do that consistently, he doesn't need to do super jumps. I mean, maybe for PB he should consider it, depending on the pace. But when it's a race and he doesn't care about PB, it's gonna help him in the long run from making any major mistakes.
So he avoided all kills in Mario 1, which is pretty standard. We'll see if he kills the performer. Nope, he's going to skip the performer, which means he's probably going to get he's going to get 1 kill in the next level, and then the rest at the end.
Right, because ideally...
Super jump by Ape. Getting
very clean.
2 fame, yeah.
He made up 3 in-game seconds on Kratos in that for room 1.
Oh, backwards flight. Kratos with the swag. Look at that.
Very, very good.
Feeling comfortable. That's a good sign, though. When you're comfortable going into this last zone, hopefully it means you're going to have a good castle.
Also worthy to know Ape's
going for Lucky Balls.
Mario. Ape's doing small Mario. Gets the second super jump. This might be a 55? No, 54 from Ape.
That's solid.
He's had a really good run ever since his death, to be honest. I mean, other than losing his power up in Pumpkin Zone. But yeah, Kratos doing the Lucky Balls, saving some frames, kind of like Corner Boost. And small Mario here, it reduced lag in this stage and the previous stage, but there's some risky jumps.
Yeah. Ooh, taking a little bonk there and losing P speed, but he catches back up.
And Ape, with a bonk of his own. They kind of canceled each other out with that.
Ooh, it looks like Kratos caught up to his PB a bit.
Yeah, I think he lost time in that stage in his PB or something. That he was telling me something about how he lost a bunch there. He's probably just about on PB pace.
Yeah, literally by a second, according to his red flashing timer. But he's right on kill pace. It looks like, indeed, Ape has given up on kills, but that's okay. The faces, again, it only loses about 1.5 seconds. It just all depends on how comfortable you are with doing the quick kills on him.
I think Ape's used to doing the faces like Kratos, I believe, is as well. It's just a matter of Kratos is going to save a good 1.5 seconds. And he did it right. He got all the kills in the final level, which also reduced his lag.
Ooh, good pig kill. Oh, he was happy with that.
I could get a PB
I bet
here,
you he's laughing right now. You know how Kratos gets.
He should be on PB. I think he can PB by he had a 68 castle, a low 68 in his PB. So if he gets any kind of 68 and he's ahead, he can definitely PB. Let me look at the timer here. 23, 52?
Looks like he lost a little time, though. Because his
52.
timer went red.
2 minutes and 50 seconds would put him in it. Oh, he would need a... he's going to miss it. He's going to miss it, but not by much. Assuming he can get... Even if he got a perfect 70, I think he would miss it by like 0.5 seconds or something. But still, I mean... Again, just like his last... the last race, that at least that I commentated, he was only a few seconds off his current PB at the time.
Yeah, man, Ape is really laying it down here. He's been working really hard to catch up. Kratos in the castle. This first floor usually determines how close you're going to get to getting that 770. Misses the super jump and slows down too much there. So yeah, he's on 68 pace now.
The pig's situation on Ape's side, he takes damage twice to the first pig, And oh, there's the hitbox
Oh,
thing. If you're not
no.
falling on, yeah, he was jumping upwards, and the pig sniped him, even though the pig was going down. If you're not falling onto an enemy, you will get hurt, and then Ape gets hurt again. Has to go all the way through the level, and that's gonna give Kratos a little bit of a cushion here. He could even die in the castle, and Kratos can still win.
Yeah, there's a lot of catch up to do now with that second death. And it was right
Also-
at the end of the levels, and it's about a 50 to a minute second level, so.
I believe the Ape is gonna catch up on kills though. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't soft reset, so hey, at least he gets the kills.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah. But unless Kratos dies at the end of Wario or something, that 1 second and a half isn't gonna be worth the death that he took. Yo, Arunian, thanks for the subscription to SpeedGaming.
And here's that star grab. Let's see if Ape handles these pig. Oh, that was a fast pig. That was this dangerous pig, but he still went for the fast one.
Yeah, that strat's a little scary for me, but it does the job, that's for sure. Kratos gonna have to settle for 64. He didn't quite make 68, but this should still be a good, healthy 4x for him. Uh-oh.
Oh, he gets the recovery.
Very nice.
Again. Yeah.
Knowledge if I've ever
Cool.
seen it.
Oh, he might be no, yeah, he's right at a low 40.
Yeah, I think he lost some time in the castle too. His PB had a decent, a little bit better castle. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Could kill him.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! What an intense
can't make
race
this up.
going all
No,
the way back.
It's not GGG. The chat's saying GG. It's not GG. Ape has the lead. Don't make
Ape
this
now-
stuff up.
Wow. Oh my god. How do I change this audio? I fixed it. I got it.
I'll get it unless you got it.
Oh, no, I
already.
already got it. I'm just making commentary while I do things.
Wow. If
Oh,
only
this is
Odir
a
was
whole
here
new
to see
race.
This is.
Oh,
I can't
wow.
believe that. That was Kratos
Now
was about
it's-
to put up a 4x. That's.
It's 2 cycles between them now. It looks like maybe even 3 cycles. It's gonna take a huge slowdown or a death for Kratos to catch up now. Because
might
the
actually
way
matter.
Ape
That
plays
kill
the
count
castle.
matters. Ape
Yeah.
having the kill count, that makes the faces a lot safer. And
Oh, that completely changed this whole thing. Oh, we
this
both
is
thought
why-
it was in the bag. This is why assuming. Yeah, you just gotta play through every stage like you mean it.
this is the whole thing where every time I commentate, I always say, and you know, y'all watch, and I tell you, it's never over until the 3rd hit. That's literally couldn't have been demonstrated more accurately than this match.
It's gonna be interesting to see if either of them know. 'Cause, yeah, I think they're both going in blind. Oh,
Yeah, neither one.
The
was
only thing
watching
that
the
can-
race.
the other thing that can change this is phase 2 is the most controversial one if they don't get the hit right. So if Ape doesn't get the phase 2, then it's gonna
Perfect
switch.
castle for 8, by the way. 770.
Yeah,
I think Kratos is gonna get a 768. Yeah.
gets the hit. Yeah. Oh,
Well, remember Kratos was big going into the final phase as well.
yeah.
And the second phase gave him trouble, but he was still big.
Ape
1.
taking no back seats. 2 and 3.
3.
Ape takes the championship from behind the whole way. Comes back at the last second. Good run.
Well, you can't really make it up. I mean, because Ape played those hits very aggressively, as Kratos did as well, just barely staying above Wario's hitbox. Kratos unfortunately sinks in and got in a little duel with Wario, but Kratos got his revenge, and at the end it was a pretty close race. I mean, it was a blowout. I mean, that's what the castle can do. It's such a long stage that a death at the end can change any race, and that's why I tell y'all this tourney is a heck of a thing. You know, and this is a winner's bracket too, so both runners will have another race. This is winners, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post the interview. It is winners bracket. I believe
winners,
losers goes against Larvistar, but I don't know where the winners are going. If you want to look
So
that up.
Larvae versus Kratos. All right.
Yep.
And then Ape versus. Let's see. I'll get it up. Well, I wanna ask the runner. Although I don't know if Ape's interviewing or not. Loser of 32. This was 30. Yeah. So Kratos, in a stunning upset. Well, what it could have been a stunning upset, but a counter upset is gonna have to face Larvistar now, whereas Ape will move on to face Oh Dear, our 2 seed in the semifinals. I believe that, or the round 4. I don't know. That's why I said semifinals. And you got GG's in the chat from both runners. And some kind words from E. Jonas in the chat as well.
Yeah. Welcome, Kratos.
Hello.
GG, Kratos.
So, good game. You had some really nice strats throughout that whole run.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a solid 4x pacer there. I thought, things happen, but like that was a heck of a run is what I was trying to say. Did you watch the race or were you going in blind?
No, I was just going in blind.
Yeah. It looked like the same thing that happened to me in my first race. Ape did not hit done. So that's why I made sure to type that into race time GG before you jumped on the interview. But he ended up clutching out at 29:02, and I think you finished at 29:13, 29:14.
Wow.
Yeah. So Ape, he died in tree 4 at the fire flower grab and was behind the whole time. But he made up a lot of ground. Ape had a really solid run after that.
He did die twice
seconds.
in Mario Zone, I think, right? But yeah, he died to Piggy as well.
Yeah,
that lost a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
even with that, yeah, dying at the end of Wario, you have to play a whole nother like 2 minutes and 30 seconds worth.
That's the unfortunate nature of the longest level of the game, being one of the hardest, is that it can swing any race. But how are you feeling about your run up until the castle?
I thought the run was pretty good overall. I mean, I think I got lucky with RNG though, because I got good witch. That was probably one of my best witch fights actually, because it was a 425 finish, and I did get a lot of fast swims in Turtle 2. So,
is that 499 around your average, or would you say higher than your average Turtle 2?
I'd say my Turtle 2's range from like 497 to 499. So I think I did get a 5. I almost had a 501 recently, so I'm getting better at it. But the swim speed definitely plays a huge role in that.
Yeah, and you were a little hesitant in Turtle 3, but you pushed through really well. I think the hesitancy helped get you through it faster.
Yeah, Turtle 3 was an interesting level for me because even though I knew that I could damage boost through the enemy at that one part, I'd never go for it in races just because I just don't feel confident enough in going for it in a race. And so that's why I made sure to jump on him first instead of trying to run through him.
Any questions on your mind, Adam? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna ask is, at first time you were fighting Wario, your second phase was a bit sketchy. Like he fell through you, but I thought you backed it up really, really strongly with like some game knowledge. You jumped on the statue and like your momentum was perfect, and you remained big. Which either way, you would have you would have lost one power up with that strat either way. So you basically, despite that, you entered phase 3 like you always normally would. Were you at all shaken up by phase 2? Did that have any effect on phase 3, even though you had the same result? Like the fact that it, like Wario like fell through you, did that shake you up at all, basically?
That's a really good question, Adam. I feel like phase 2, like I knew that I didn't get the jump. I just felt it didn't feel like I got the jump. So having to last minute, I was like, instead of just going for the jump and having to waste time with the power up, I thought, let me just go for the statue jump and clear it that way. But I feel like I was confident that I was going to be done at that point. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in and get 3 quick hits. But unfortunately, I don't know. I jumped way too early on the second jump, and then once you're small, I feel like it just feels like the fight just is impossible. So that's kind of what I was really shocked that I didn't get the final hit, because I thought I had enough clearance on, because I think I tried to go for a super jump to make sure I was high enough.
Yeah, you got one hit in, and then the second hit you jumped too early, so you fell through. But then you got the second hit in, and then you did the right thing. You got the heck away from him, because if you try to get that third hit in, he puts a fireball over his head, and so you went like really high up, and you came down, but like because Wario was like coming from the right, you were like a little bit too far left, and he, instead of hitting his hitbox came in from the side, and he got you like that way. Like it was really close to, like, if you were a little bit to the, like, you know, maybe one Mario's length to the right, you would have got the third hit in, because he didn't. I don't think he shot his fireball, and you did super jump. You got over the fireball, and you just tried to fall down and get the last hit. That's a very sticky situation to be in. I mean, Mario's third phase is like, that's like the one I'm afraid of the most. Because you have only one power up essentially that you can afford to lose.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough section, and I feel like for future races, I think the best strategy for the second hit at least is to just jump, like hold the jump button a little longer, because even if you do like a full jump, you still have plenty of room to get a safe third hit without even losing a power up, which I figured out at some point when practicing Wario. But I guess in the heat of the moment, I just was trying to scramble to see if I could still salvage it, because that would have been a really nice run had that not happened. But you know, it
was a nice run. Yeah, no, I mean that's the whole. You know, I mean, if you take anything away from it, you basically had 4x in you today, and that was, you know. And I feel like you could. Going in, I said I figured you'd get. I feel like you could have gotten a 4x, and you know, very close to a 4x. And being that this was a winner's bracket, it's not like, you know, you won't get a second chance essentially. Like you're actually going to face Larvastar in the next round. How are you feeling about your next match going forward?
I'm just gonna go in same approach I did tonight, hopefully with less nerves. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, my heart was pretty much racing the entire time, and like I had a hard time controlling my hands. Like they were really shaky the whole time. Like I couldn't get them to just calm down. So I had to try extra hard when I was pressing the buttons just to not make any extra mistakes. So
see, I got the opposite vibe from you. And here's 2 reasons why. One, you did the backwards flight in Mario 2. And I thought that was like a way of you saying like you were ready. And then you also, during your pigs fight, you did like 2 ducks after you got a fast first kill on the pig. So I thought like you were super excited. So I thought I got like complete confidence vibe from the way you were playing up in Mario Zone. But hearing that you were completely nervous completely changes the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I knew going in that this was going to be a fun race. It was going to be a tough race, but it's just, I don't know what it was with me tonight. I just like, I was like extra jittery. And so like anytime that I did some sort of like, I did a few backwards flutters just for fun. I thought it would help ease my nerves a bit, you know, doing a little fun, like especially at the end of Mario 3 or Mario 2, how I kind of like backwards fluttered all the way to the goal pretty much once I got past the spike section. But I just thought it'd be a way to calm myself down a bit, but I guess it didn't really work out too well.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, even your castle wasn't that bad. I mean, I think it was a 764, which is still hecka good for the race. I mean, you know, basically in my mind, like you basically had yourself a 4x today. I mean, just one little fluke. I mean, if I were you, I would focus on the fact that like the thing that happened today would probably, it's more likely that you'll put up a 4x next race than, that you're gonna die on Wario. You know what I mean? Like, that's the good thing about double elimination is you can take away from a loss and have a chance to come back stronger.
Yeah, it's very true, and I feel like this is actually interesting for me too, because this is my first time racing EiP, and I know EiP is very good at this game, and shout outs to him for pulling it out. I know it looked like he also had some trouble at the end too, because the time was really close. I wasn't expecting it to actually end up being as close as it was, despite the deaths, because I figured once I died, like it was over anyway. But it looks like, we still managed to stay relatively close, and I was really surprised that I kept up, because I had trouble getting attempts going recently, and but I felt really confident going in that like I could still pull it off, even if I wasn't playing better than PB. I mean, I stayed around 4 to 5 seconds the entire time, so I was pretty consistent. But just that castle, I knew it was coming, and I thought I was gonna die in the first 4, to be honest, because I felt like that was really sloppy on my part, just trying to get through that room.
Well, that's the thing about the castle, is we've seen many races come down to the castle despite how the rest of the run goes, and I just, it could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. It happened in Octavia versus Controller Head. I mean, pretty much every race, it seems like. I mean, yeah, EiP had a death in Tree 4, Mario 4 twice. I mean, so 3 deaths for EiP, and a power-up loss in Pumpkin, and still, all it took was 1 death in the castle, at the end. It's kind of like how Family Feud, you could lose the first 3 matches, but if you get into triple bonus time, or whatever the heck it's called, triple points, and you win that one, you could win the whole thing. So,
You know what helped make the difference was when EiP died at the end of Mario 4. He didn't soft reset. He let him die and come back, and he got to keep the extra kills that he lost. So when he beat that level, he ended up exactly at 99, putting him right where he needed to be. And if he didn't do that, he would have had a much different time with the faces. I'm sure he's done that strat before.
Exactly.
But
if he took damage,
anything could have happened. Yeah.
I mean, the race was only 12 seconds apart. If he took damage there, say he missed a hit and he ends up being small, I mean, not even if he doesn't die, he's probably going to lose a good, healthy 10 seconds trying to, just like his Tree 4 boss fight when he cued the Benny Hill music. I mean, we would have been doing that potentially for another 25 seconds. I mean, it's a thing that can happen for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely really proud of how he performed. I mean, I didn't see any of it because I didn't want to. I thought it'd be I always think it's best to just not see what the other racers are doing. That's just how I personally would approach a race. But just the fact that he was able to pull that. I mean, despite all of those deaths and stuff, it's just really impressive. And I'm just really blown away by how he was able to recover, and just all around amazing runner. So
well, yeah, every second he made up during the time between Tree 4 and Mario 4 was important. He probably made up 12 seconds behind you during that time, because he got a 354. Yep, and you got a 350. He was a little faster in Turtle 2. He was faster in Turtle 3. All those little tiny saves is what gave him the win. It wasn't necessarily the better castle. It was his consistency after his death. And even playing Tree 4, he went for some small Mario strats and did it pretty quickly.
And that's, at the end of the day, those seconds add up, as even, he needed every single one. It was a really close match. That being said, any last questions, Octavia? And if not, any final comments, Kratos?
And I always end with the same thing: is if you liked what you watch and you want to be a part of it, hit up the Super Mario Land 2 Discord and reach out to any one of us, and we'll get you running this game in no time.
Anything from Kratos on your next match?
I'd just like to say a thank you to Adam and Octavia for providing the commentary. I know you both are really incredible when you work together and solo, so It's really nice to have you on commentary. And of course, the shout outs to the rest of the SML2 community for being so supportive of everyone and just always being ready to help out other runners and just seeing how many people are running this game. And of course, shout out to EiP for the win. And you're a really awesome runner, and I really respect that time and just the attitude you have towards this game. You're really good. So I knew going into this it was going to be a tough match, but just really impressed with the skill that goes into this game and just how many people have done their best this whole time. So shout outs to everyone who's in this tournament so far, and looking forward to seeing the next races, which there's one coming up actually.
Yeah, in what? An hour? In 15 minutes?
A couple of 3 minutes away is going to be a heck of a race. I don't know who's doing commentary for that one, but they're going to do a heck of a job, and looking forward to it. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, as they say. Maybe.
And I just want to second Kratos real fast with the community. We honestly have one of the most positive, uplifting speedrunning communities, and it's just super nice to have all of these beginner runners or experienced runners, and we all talk on the same level. It doesn't matter what your PB is, you're welcome. People submit different strats, different ideas all across the board, and it's one of the best places to get into this kind of hobby. So honestly,
I agree.
We really mean it when we invite people with
I totally
all
agree. I was done with
sincerity.
streaming until this community kind of invited me back in. Not gonna lie. Very good peoples.
With all of this mushy gushy stuff, we'll hand it over and get ready for the next one.
All right. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you shortly. Stay tuned.
Toodaloo.
All right, so I switched back to the race layout because